Some of us came here to work, and some of us came to play. Some of us came by car, and some of us came by train. Some of us walked to Freeze. Some of us were born here, and some of us came just as quick as we could. And that's how we got to Freeze. I'm here to talk to you today about a series that I'm working on called And That's How We Got to Freeze. I was talking to Jill Hill, who's the town clerk here in Freeze, a couple of months ago about her family and her background and how her family made it into Freeze. And so she told me the whole story. Her family, her grandfather, I think, was a superintendent in the mill, big, high job in the mill. And she explained how they got here, and she ended the story with the phrase, "And that's how we got to Freeze." And it just struck me. It just struck me like a bolt of lightning. That would be such a great series to go around and interview people about how their family got here to Freeze. Some of them came to work in the mill. Some came here because they fell in love with the area, especially in the last 40 years or whatever. And I was intrigued by that storyline, and that's how we got to Freeze. So I'll start. My grandfather lived over in the coal fields of southwestern Virginia, a little town called Council, Virginia. That's where he grew up, and it's near Grundy. And he became a Baptist minister, and the Freeze Baptist Church was hiring for a Baptist minister in 1930. Somehow they found out about him, got hold of him, and hired him and brought him over here. My dad was born in 1922, and so he was 8 years old when this happened. They came here, moved into the parsonage. Dad must have had four other brothers and sisters at that time, and then he ended up with 7 brothers and sisters. There were 8 children in the family. In 1945, he was let go. I'm not sure what happened with him. I've heard 2 stories. One was that he became too evangelical for this church. He was more interested in holding revivals and that kind of thing than he was being a pastor, or that he was letting the wrong kind of people in the church, that is, sinners. Apparently they had a problem with some of the people that he was bringing in, and they let him go. But the thing is he was the longest serving pastor in the 20th century at this Baptist church in Freeze. There was a minister who served in the 21st century slightly longer than he did, but he was the longest serving in the 20th. And he was the minister when the brick church was built here in Freeze, which is amazing to me. I didn't know it until 2 or 3 years ago, but his name is on the cornerstone of the church here in Freeze. It was there the whole time and never knew it. I went to high school right across the street from here, spent 5 years of my life here, every day in Freeze, and didn't know that his name was on the cornerstone of the church. I live here now in Freeze. I live right across the street from where I went to high school. My dad lived 2 doors back that way in the parsonage, and my grandfather preached 2 doors that way. I'm right in the middle of where they walked back and forth. My grandfather every day of the week, I'm sure. My dad walked back and forth to go to church and Sunday school and everything else. So, and then, but it's just I'm right here in the middle of where it all started for me, and that's how we got to Freeze.